All right, guys, we're here on Dash Radio. We are doing Dash Days today. We are taking care of all the artists who are supposed to be at South by Southwest and kind of bringing that environment and energy here to LA. And we have the pleasure of sitting with the incredibly talented Tito Rey in the house with his producer slash songwriter friend Danny.
Yes.
Yes.
So excited to have you guys here.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
No, thank you guys for coming in. I was so our listeners know how powerful this man's voice is. I was in a meeting upstairs, closed door meeting, and I heard you singing "Nobody's Illegal," and it literally ended the meeting. All of us closed our computers, came down to watch. Incredible talent here in the building.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm glad I have my voice. It's very early for me. I usually don't sing this early,
Oh,
so
man,
it's a miracle.
Listen, I can't sing any time of the day, so don't even man, crushed it. So
Thank you, man.
I wanted you to kind of introduce yourself and your journey to the listeners, as you have a really interesting story. So if I'm correct, you came from Chile?
Yeah, I came from Chile. When I was 19, I was discovered by Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, the J-Lo.
Yes.
Wow.
She actually gave my ticket to come to America. I got my artist visa through a show that she was doing with Mark Anthony and Jamie King. You know, it was called Que Viva the Chosen. It was about to be like the Latino Cirque du Soleil in Vegas, you know, with like salsa dancers, singers, acrobats, tango dancers, all kinds of like Latino things. You know?
Yeah.
And after that, after I did the whole show in the Mandalay Bay, I tried to extend my visa because it was going to expire. And that's when I got scammed by somebody. Yeah. And this person took all of my money.
Oh no.
And
How so?
like, I just stayed, I didn't know English. I didn't have any friends. I was 19 and I went to a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend that I don't even speak to that person anymore. But yeah, and this person recommended me this person that is supposed to be a lawyer, but it wasn't a lawyer. He used to sell houses and I didn't know. So $3,000 of my pocket, and he's like, yeah, you're gonna get your new visa in the mail. Just go to LA and you'll get it. Give me the address. We'll mail it to you. I'm like, perfect. I'm set.
Yeah.
I moved to LA. That visa never came, you know, and I became undocumented. I went from working with J-Lo to making sandwiches for a living, under the table, getting paid $10 an hour with no tips for years and years and years.
Where at? Where were you making?
I was making sandwiches in the Valley, in North Hollywood.
What?
Yeah.
What store?
It was Highmark,
Okay.
you know, in Violent and Camarillo, and I used to
Okay.
make. I was very good at making sandwiches.
Really?
Yeah, I got very good at that.
What's your favorite sandwich?
I mean, actually, my favorite thing in their menu is the wrap, like the falafel wrap.
Okay.
It's all vegan and healthy and stuff. And
Vegan?
I'm not, but I want to.
Got it.
I
It's
want
right
to.
there.
I want to.
How about you, Danny? Vegan?
Definitely not a vegan. I have too many allergies to vegetables to be vegan.
I respect that.
I like it.
So, your first show was at the Mandalay Bay.
Yes,
First show in America.
in America.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I think that's such a blessing.
I know, but it was kind of, it was so weird to like be working with J-Lo every day to make sandwiches.
How did
Like,
that come about? How did J-Lo discover you?
well, I was in Chile, and my manager at the time told me to audition for the show. They were looking for singers and dancers in Chile. And she's like, you should go and audition. I went, I auditioned, and after like 3 months of auditioning in front of strangers, J-Lo went to Chile, and she saw me. And I actually sang for her. She was in a car. She was about to leave, and I went like, can I audition? There's a video on YouTube and everything.
Get
Like,
out. You ran up on J-Lo's
Yes,
car and
yes.
sang for her.
And I gave her a serenata. Serenade.
Say that one more time. How do I pronounce it?
Serenata.
Serenata. Oh, serenade. Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Mi español es basura. Speak it a little bit. So you ran up on J-Lo
Mhm.
and you sang,
Mhm.
and then what happens next?
Right after I stopped singing, she's like, oh my God, I need a ticket. You need to come to America. And she gave me my ticket.
Get out of here.
Yes.
Danny, is this true? Is this a true
This is
story?
true.
Need to see the video.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
God.
is true.
I'm messing up. So I just need to run up on J-Lo and sing. What did you sing? What song did you sing?
I sing a very famous Chilean song. It's called Te Recuerdo Amanda, and it's by Victor Jara, that is like the Frank Sinatra of Chile.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was
she knew the song.
No, she didn't, because Victor Jara is like mostly famous in Chile only, you know, in Latin America in general, not really in the States.
Okay, interesting. Wow. Well, let me ask you, how did you get connected with Danny?
Oh my God, we went to a session together. You know, I met this producer, amazing producer and mixer, Tom Russo. He scheduled a session for both of us because we were like similar age. He's from Colombia, I'm from Chile. He was born in Colombia, I was born in Chile. And we both write music. So he's like, I'm gonna put this two guys together. And we started writing it together. And there was such chemistry that I never had with anybody else. And since then, I haven't stopped working with Danny, and now he's producing the whole EP. He actually took the time to develop me as an artist and not tell me what to do and how to sound.
That's amazing.
You know, and that's why he's like my brother. Like, I really think that. Yeah.
And Danny, for yourself, what about your past experiences made it work out so well?
I think
Tito?
a lot of it is just you try to choose projects that reflect your culture and reflect something you see yourself rooted in them in some way. And I think for me, it felt right, like the right time, the right place to be meeting an artist who was also singing bilingual. I was an artist in past life as well. I'm still an artist. And so for me, just the vernacular of writing Spanglish, I know that so well that it was very easy for me to talk and speak with Tito, and we would just kind of rapid fire. You should say like this, you say this Spanish, let's do this in Spanish, let's do that. It's just the way that we think, you know. So I think it's very hard for an artist who has that sort of thought process to work with someone that only speaks English or only speaks Spanish. I think you kind of have to have a foot in both worlds to be able to communicate quickly.
Yeah,
and so that's what we had, is that just speed of communication.
It's like our brains are wired the same way. Like, we don't even think about switching to Spanish or English when we're talking.
Oh, it just happens.
It just happens naturally.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also, just I think it's taken us some time. Obviously, from that first session out, I came in as solely a songwriter with another producer in the room. I think since then we don't really have it. Well, I'm producing now and also writing, so we kind of understand where we fall in terms of our skill sets. We don't really step on each other's toes. So there's just a really good division of labor within the room when we work together. We just trust each other. I trust that, you know, if I sing him a melody, he's gonna understand it really quickly and get it, or he's gonna bring something, and I'm gonna be able to amplify that in production. So we just have a really good understanding.
Yeah.
We're good at.
That's amazing. I think a lot of the best music that we've heard comes from a good producer-artist duo.
Yeah.
Historically, you look at, Dre, Snoop,
Yes.
Eminem, Dre, anyone in
Yes,
Dre, right?
yes.
Or you look at like
Yeah.
Timberland and Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
Of course.
Timberland,
Quincy
Justin
Michaels.
Timberlake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to see you guys grow as a duo, as friends, business partners. Like, do you guys see yourselves working together for a long time?
Hell yes. Yeah, because right now it's like we both made a baby.
Now you gotta raise the baby.
Exactly, we gotta raise the baby.
Yeah, okay. So let's talk about the baby then. So,
All right, cool.
single, Nobody's Illegal,
Yes.
came out recently, correct?
Yes, it came out 2 Fridays ago.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And that's your first
My
single?
first single ever.
Oh my God. And
Yes.
I noticed there was 2 versions I
Yes.
saw on my Spotify. So
Yeah.
you had the English, the regular version, you also had a Spanglish
Yes.
version.
Yeah.
What compelled you guys to release both?
Well, we wrote the song. It was a day just like this. It was raining. It was like November, something like that. We were in this room, we were looking at the pattern, it was raining, and he started playing the guitar, and I'm like, it's like a sad day. I want to write about my experience being undocumented. At this point, I was applying for my green card, and I was in the process of getting my green card. So it was kind of like therapy for me to get through being undocumented writing the song, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we wrote the song in a rainy day, and we just started talking. He started playing the chords, and I started telling him how I felt and what I went through. And that's how the song came about. We finished it in like 2 hours, 1 hour. And it was, yeah,
songs.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
It was one of those.
For anyone who hasn't heard the song, it was beautifully composed, beautifully written, beautifully performed, executed. To know that you guys did that in 2 hours speaks volumes on the work ethic and Danny's ability to produce and make
Exactly.
there.
It's just kind of like you just when there's a good idea and there's heart and soul behind it, it's kind of all you have to do is get out of the way.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's kind of more my book. So at that day, it felt like he had something to say. The emotion in the room was what it was, and it was just a matter of channeling and focusing on getting it all out.
Mm-hmm.
You guys did a fantastic job.
Thank
So
you.
let's talk about the EP. How would you say the EP sounds relative to Nobody's Illegal?
It's in the same lane. You know, it's in Spanglish. The whole EP is in Spanglish.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a fusion of lots of different styles of music, genres. Like we have some bachata in there. We have some like reggaeton. We have R&B. We
Okay.
have gospel. Like
Yeah, I
and
heard
it's
that.
yeah.
This is
So
probably the most R&B
yeah,
out of all.
yeah. Nobody's illegal.
In terms of like
Yeah.
the different corners of the project, this may be the most
Yeah.
R&B.
Yeah, you can hear that in the
Yeah.
song. That
But
vibe.
mostly, I want to be an R&B pop Spanglish artist. I think that is the lane that I'm trying to follow.
Yeah, I think it's you. I think Kim, you body that. So what do you guys have planned for 2020? I know everything's in whack right now. So coronavirus.
I know.
But
Well,
what were the plans before everything got postponed?
well, we just released our lyric video.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
We just
Awesome.
released
Where?
our lyric video
YouTube?
on YouTube.
There we go.
Yeah.
Make sure to check that out, everybody.
Yes, Nobody's Illegal
Such a
lyric video.
special video.
It's such a special video. Like, I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about it.
Okay.
So we invited Todic, and we collaborated with them. Todic is an organization that helps immigrants with their legal fees and their rights, you know.
Oh, wow.
And they bring a group of high school kids that their parents are immigrants. And we wrote letters of love and compassion to kids that have been separated from their parents and that are in immigration centers right now. So we got together, I sing the song for them, and we all wrote letters to these kids. And that's what the lyric video is about.
That's more than just a lyric video. That's,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So, wow, that's so beautiful. And for anyone who hasn't heard the song, you want to go over kind of what the song encompasses. Nobody's illegal. I know you said it's about
It's about my experience, and it's like I wrote it from my personal experience, but every time I finish a show, I have people that are undocumented and they come crying to me. It's like, this song really represents me. Or somebody that a family member that is undocumented, and they're like, I didn't know this song was gonna represent people like the way it's doing it. Like, I had no idea. That was not the intention at all.
Well, it came at a perfect time. I think a lot of people will be uplifted, moved, inspired by your guys' work. And how does that feel, knowing that there's it's not small, but there's millions of people.
It's
worldwide
millions,
who
yeah.
uplift this.
Exactly.
Is that your guys' plan for 2020 to really push that song?
Yeah,
and that
exactly.
message?
To bring light into the immigration issue around the world, especially now. I think that's what the song is about.
And that's kind of just the first piece of the project, and then because the rest of the project embodies that as well. You know, and
Exactly.
just his story, he is a success story, an American success story. You know?
Yeah.
So just putting out the rest of the music is just gonna continue to fill that story out. You know, continue to
Yeah,
tell that story
absolutely.
and moving into the future. So I would say, in addition to that song, releasing the rest of the music this year.
Yeah, so when's that gonna be? So we got Nobody's Illegal is out now.
Yes.
When's the EP expected?
Ooh, I don't know. We're thinking it's gonna be like finished by mid-April and beginnings of May. We're trying, but everything's slowing down right now.
Yeah.
I had 4 gigs canceled yesterday.
Oh, of course, man.
You know what I mean?
The NBA is
So-
canceled.
I
man. We got
know,
Coachella
I
is canceled.
know.
South by
I
Southwest,
know.
which is why we're here, Dash Days. Make sure you guys tune in all day.
I know.
Oh.
So I don't know. I just hi. So I just wanna,
We got the fans excited.
yeah, I mean, now that we're gonna be like everybody in their houses, I'm just gonna be with Danny in the studio finishing this EP and making it more and
Make
more.
the most out of it,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna
Take
do.
your time too. As you guys know, you guys seem like perfectionists. You know, you have all the time in the world. So let's say we can expect maybe like a fall, late summer.
Yeah, late summer, but I'm still gonna release another single before the EP drops.
Okay.
You know? And actually, I'm gonna perform that today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the next
What's that
single.
one called?
It's called Paciencia.
Paciencia.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and it's
Very
fully in
exciting.
Spanish and it's R&B reggaeton in Spanish.
Okay.
I
Very
said
exciting.
reggaeton.
Yeah. Reggaeton.
Reggaeton.
There we go. Yeah.
There you go.
You're about to get your Latino card.
I know,
That would
reggaeton.
have been rough in the streets, man.
No.
So where can we find your music online?
Right now, it's everywhere. It's on Tidal, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube, you name it.
It's everywhere. What do they
Everywhere.
have to look up? Find
Ti-
music.
Tito Rey. I want to say the Latino way
Yes,
first,
yes.
so I don't get.
I apologize for not saying the Tito way. When Danny said Tito, I was like, oh, I said Tito.
It's
my
so good.
apologies.
It's so good. Tito Rey. And nobody's illegal. Just type that on Google and you'll find everything.
Okay. Do you recommend we listen to the English version first or the Spanish?
If you speak English, listen to the English version. If you speak Spanish, Spanglish.
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote it in both languages so everybody can get it.
Okay.
Not everybody, but everybody that speaks Spanish and English.
Everybody should get it. You know, it's a beautiful song, beautiful message behind it. You guys are going to be hearing a lot more from these two young men very soon if you haven't already. There's a reason why J-Lo stopped her car and got you that plane ticket. I don't blame her at all. So thank you so much for coming through today, and we look forward to seeing you guys perform. You guys will be able to see it all over Dash's socials, on our YouTube. Tito Rey, you can find him online. Thank you guys so much for coming in, Danny.
Thank
It was a
you.
pleasure to have
Thank you so much.
We look forward to hearing the EP and seeing you guys perform later.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you so
much.
much for having us.